Battery storage is big at CES. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from EcoFlow is Ryan Oliver, U.S. Communications Director. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Fred. How are you doing?
Terrific. Well, let's get a little background about the company first for our audience. For those who may not be familiar with the company, been around for a bit though.
Yeah, we've been around since 2017. We started in the portable battery space, but this year at CES, we're growing into bigger battery units, stuff that can actually power the entire whole home.
Well, describe this for us. You are showing off something called the Delta Pro Ultra, which is billed as
Yes,
a smart hybrid whole house battery generator.
yes. So it is battery storage. It's scalable for up to a month's worth of whole home backup storage. It can power large appliances as well as central ACs. Anything you can throw at it. Um, it is probably one of the most scalable solutions on the market. It's easy to plug and play. You can start out pretty small with like a single battery unit and expand it all the way up to 15 batteries.
Wow. So tell us step us through how this would work, getting started with it and what some of the features are.
Yeah, so you would start off, typically most customers are going to do maybe like one inverter unit maybe a battery or two, and then you would connect this directly to your house. You'd use either a transfer switch, which is a pretty simple installation, or you can use our smart home panel, which works like sub panel that connects with your main panel and gives you a lot more options and ways to save energy through that.
And there are some big advantages over things like natural gas backup generators or gasoline powered ones that are so common.
Oh, sure. I mean, there's no pollution, there's no noise. It's not going to bother your neighbors. Not everybody lives in an area with accessibility to natural gas. So there's a lot of advantages here, and rather than just a generator that you're using only in a backup scenario, this also works with solar. It can be solar energy storage. You can also use this to offset what we call time of use. So when your energy rates might be lower at night, you can charge the battery and then discharge it during the day when the energy rates are higher, so you can save some money on utility bills.
And the solar panels, the ability to connect it, this is with panels people may already have, or you have panels as well, right?
Yeah, so you can work with an installer and you can connect this to existing panels. It's not designed as a complete retrofit solution, so it's not going to work for everybody in that case. But if you're building it from scratch, there's certainly ways to easily make it work with a rooftop solar system. It has plenty of input power to handle really some up to 400 watt solar panels, really some of the biggest installations.
So I assume there are going to be a lot of DIYers out there and maybe even RVers, because I'm seeing an RV in the background in your booth.
Yeah,
That would have interest.
it's a perfect DIY solution, right? So, once you have the initial smart home panel or transfer switch installed, you can really like plug and play everything. You can add inverter, you can add batteries, you can just order more batteries. You don't need to involve an electrician really after that initial install. And it's also portable. It does have an RV hookup. This is something you can take tailgating, camping, so it's got a lot of other use cases beyond just being stuck to your wall. It's something that can go with you.
And is it meant to be indoors, or does it matter if you have it outside the house?
Yeah, for long-term storage, you'd want this indoors protected from the weather.
So tell us what some of the advantages you have over the competition might be. Obviously, there's some big name players out there, the Teslas and others that have been in this whole home battery business.
Yeah, in terms of its max spec, so you're looking at 90 kilowatt hours of battery storage. That's basically one of the biggest in the market. You're also looking at 21.6 kilowatts of output power, which is, again, some of the biggest output figures, can power some of the biggest AC units out there. That's a big advantage. And just the fact it's able to be transported. Most of the other solutions in the market are permanent wall installation units. And it's got a lot of ways to charge it. Regular AC power, charging it through solar panels, be it solar portable ones or fixed panels, and you can charge it with a gasoline generator if you need to use it for that use case.
Tell me about this as a potential RV solution.
Yeah, it's a perfect RV solution. So it's got an RV hookup. So you can use it on the go. You can recharge it through solar panels. You can have that initial charge. 6 kilowatts with 7,200 watts output. That would be one battery, one inverter. that's going to power, most RVs for a few days, without it, from the initial charge.
And of course, you would want to use solar panels if you're on the road and keep
If you're
this
on the
thing
road and you
charged
want
up.
to keep it, yeah, or you can charge it at an RV station if there's a regular, grid hookup. But yeah, if you don't have access to any kind of electricity, you don't want to use solar panels to keep it topped up.
Tell me about the market for all of this today, what you're seeing taking place out there.
So there's a big market for these products. I mean, that's why we're going all in on Delta Pro Ultra. I mean, everything from natural disasters to just power grid instabilities, like we saw in Texas a little while ago. I think people are just looking for solutions that will protect their family, keep them powered up. You're also seeing work from home. So, the home office now is like a critical environment for a lot of people. They want to keep the business going. If the power is out during the day, they can keep Wi-Fi up. They can keep their computers running. So this is definitely what we're seeing as a growing market for us.
And the Delta Pro Ultra is your big gun in the market, but you have other solutions for people too for various uses, right?
We scale. So we have everything from our most portable river solution, which is a 250 watt solution, up to what has been our best seller is the Delta Pro, which is a 3.6 kilowatt hour solution. So maybe a little bit, about half the size of the Delta Pro Ultra in terms of capacity.
Tell us about the economics, how much of an investment people would be making here.
Yeah, so if you're looking at a starter kit, for example, so a basic one battery, one inverter solution we're selling for 5,700 right now. There's a bundle, and I don't have the figure right in front of me, but there's a bundle for a little bit more money. You can add the solar, you can add the smart home panel into that. And then, of course, you have maybe, if you don't have an existing transfer switch, a small installation cost for an electrician.
And the difficulty in putting this in to install would typically, I guess, with the transfer, you might want to have an electrician involved, or
Yeah, if you don't have an existing transfer switch, or if you want to add in a transfer switch or use a smart home panel, this is something you would use hire an electrician to do that initial upfront work.
and what do you tell people when they start wondering if it's worthwhile? Is there a return on investment the way they look for, say, with solar panels?
Yeah, so there's definitely you want to do the math, right? So there's return on investment in being able to store your own. So if you do have solar panels and you want to store that energy so you can use your solar at night, there's a huge return on investment right there. But then you're also looking at that time of use space. You're going to see savings in the form of being able to charge the battery, during your lower rates. So this is a solution that for some cases is going to be able to pay for itself over the while.
And for those who are serious about maybe trying to go completely off grid, I guess you can help them out here.
This is a completely off grid solution. Yes.
Terrific. For more info, where do we go?
EcoFlow.com.
EcoFlow.com. Ryan Oliver, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you, Fred. Have a good day.